This is near the corner of Preakness and Fox Hill Drive, for those of you familiar with the area, and you are seeing officials pull on a rope, and on the end of the rope is, as you can see there, very unusual scene, a black bear. Now, there was a black bear that was seen a little bit earlier today roaming around this neighborhood, actually very early this morning, in the dark. And according to reports, it killed a family dog in the neighborhood and then disappeared. Cops chased the bear around as long as they could, and also were searching wooded areas with a thermal camera, but they turned up nothing. Now, it's unclear exactly how they ended up in the backyard of this house here near the corner of Preakness and Fox Hill. But as you can see, that bear at some point ended up underneath a deck behind a home. They tied the bear up, and there you go. Now they are pulling the bear across the snow there, and he obviously, or he or she is obviously tranquilized. And they will put that bear in a container. They have these special containers, the state wildlife officials, they have these special containers. They look like these big drums that they sort of ride on the back of these trucks. And they're basically cages. They're mobile cages. They'll put the bear inside of that cage, and then presumably, at least what they normally do, is they will release the bear in a remote area. This is not unusual, especially for this part of New Jersey, Passaic County. We see this happen all the time. This is a fairly populated area, but still, it doesn't seem to really matter as the habitat of these animals is encroached upon. We're seeing it more and more. We've even seen bears, if you can believe it, up to maybe about a year or two ago, we saw a bear roaming around in Irvington, New Jersey, which is just outside of Newark, which is one of the largest cities in the country. Right around the same time, we saw another one roaming around, also in the Wayne area, South Orange. I remember hearing about one. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the area, just take a look at a map of New Jersey, and you'll see that these are not remote areas that we're talking about here. They're populated areas, and maybe it's not by mistake. Maybe these animals, they're smarter than we give them credit for. They know where the food is, and unfortunately enough for them, they have been forced to come into these populated areas to search out or seek out food. It's a large bear, as many of them are. You can see the head of that bear, sort of compare the head of the policeman to the head of the bear. It almost looks like about 3 times the size. So just to give you an idea of how big this bear is.